Hey, good morning, team. My name is Mark Harris, and today I'll be your presenter for today's screen share training session. Today's session is provided for the members joining Hoopa Valley's new Department of Housing Assistance and Homelessness Prevention. Our focus will be providing a person-centered customer service to those experiencing homeless instability. We'll be looking at training research studies and comparing them to the Human Resources Management and Public Service textbook written by Berman, Bowman, West, and Van Wert. First, we'll be looking at adult learning theories. Berman et al. Characterizes this learning method as learners having a preference for active participation, an interest for self-improvement, and exercising control over their learning style. Munoz et al. Expands on this foundation, stating educators should involve adult learners in planning of the course. They should also draw on their past experiences and ensure the training is relevant to the role. And they need to be included in learning activities that foster personal knowledge and connection, as well as the educators need to be aware of any biases or assumptions they may have going into the training. This learning method must be implemented for in-person trainings. However, for next week's training video, I can create it so that way the training reflects the specific position, and it also utilizes personal stories or past experiences that I have throughout the video. Next, we'll discuss motivation, which the text states that people learn better when they act with energy in order to achieve a goal. And when they are trying to achieve the goal, they are persistent in obtaining this goal. To do this, workers must understand the need of their position, as well as having management support the associate for any consequences that may result because of the training, such as the training interrupting an associate's flex time. Management would try to help the associate recover from that. And motivation really is the key for this new department. The training video will explain the reasoning why employees are preventing homelessness, so that way they can be motivated knowing that their efforts will make a serious impact in the lives of the customers that are served and the citizens in Hoopa Valley. Next up, transference is crucial in any training. Transference refers to the ability to take knowledge learned in a training setting and be able to apply it in the field. Training is most effective when taking place in the actual setting of the position. Baldwin and Ford acknowledge that this is a growing concern for any organization. Even though billions of dollars are being spent on training, on average only about 10% of this training actually transfers to the field. Conditions of transfer relies on trainee characteristics, training design, and the work environment. For the training video, examples of real-world or possibly acted-out scenarios will play for the trainee. However, this will be immediately followed up with mentoring in the field in order to provide the best chance for increasing transference for the new associate. Idea development is pretty simple. It involves gaining insight from employees for how to improve their own work. Klapman states that often innovative ideas come from associates making new connections across existing information uninhibitedly. New associates do not have a routine, structured vision of their daily processes or of the workplace, and this allows for new ideas to flow where tenured associates are pretty stuck in their ways, and often they're unable to make new connections with the information that they've already established. The Department of Housing Assistance and Homelessness Prevention is a brand new idea for the city of Hoopa Valley, so new members in the position will be heavily relied upon for their experiences in the field, so that way the entirety of the program can be adapted as needed, so any new ideas will be welcomed. And lastly, no training is complete without ethics. Unethical behavior can ruin any organization's reputation. Therefore, ethical training are going to be provided to all employees, both new and tenured, in order to update them on any new relevant laws. Watts et al. Conducted a quantitative review of empirical data in order to show that since 2000, there's been a steady increase of ethical training, and this positively correlates with knowledge, skills, and attitudes, and it also decreased unethical behavior. The training will have a strong ethical focus since this department will be working with very vulnerable populations. So an ethical approach is a requirement in order to protect both the organization, the associate, as well as the individual being served. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this training. I look forward to seeing your training videos. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day.